As the Motu Origins line keeps growing and growing, they have given us playsets for damn near every fraction. They started off with Castle Grayskull, which came out perfect. Then they followed up with the much anticipated Snake Mountain, which I was highly satisfied with. And recently they just announced the Snake Man's gonna get a playset. Well, at least I hope they get a playset. If y'all actually back the shit, but it ain't looking too good. But we'll see how that plays out. But one fraction that didn't get one was the Evil Horde, which they damn sure deserve a playset too, because right now they homeless. And even though there was a vintage version of the Fright Zone, Mattel has shown no signs of them making one for the Origins line. Same thing with the Slime Pit. But what if I told you somebody made that shit happen? They took both playsets, combined the two, and here it is, folks, the new Motu Origins Evil Horde playset.
Mr. Home Arcade, don't you have a little Fright Zone playset, your little Motu Wonderland down there? I know I seen it in your backgrounds. Why would you have two? That makes no sense. Based on the lore, there's only one Fright Zone in the Masters of the Universe, Mr. Home Arcade.
I don't give a shit. Now my ass got two. The Evil Horde can have multiple dungeons where they lock people up. And this one right here, the tunnel leads down to a torture chamber / trading area where all the Horde members go down there to torture palace guards or whoever they want. Get them ready to eat them up. Cause remember, in my Motu universe, the Evil Horde is a bunch of cannibals. They eat people up all day. So that's why I got that right there. Same thing with the Slime Pit. I got one of them too, but it all works. But now I got an Evil Horde playset that combines the two, mixes them together flawlessly. You see that shit right there? The one going into the other, how it combines. All this was done by Bombstar Outcast Customs. And look at this shit right here, folks. That tree was broken, but he was able to fix the branch. The same thing right there with the gate on the little prison right here. Both of them joints, they was broken. They was busted up, but he was able to finesse them things over, blend that shit in. And look at this. Works like a charm, no problems. Latch is fixed, little pole is fixed, and then right there, that beautiful snake monster right there. Oh my God, y'all see that fucking face? The mouth on that bitch looks so good. He reached out to good friend to the channel, Alf, who was able to 3D print that shit, mixed it up with his own design. And then right here, how he combined that bridge right there to flawlessly mix right in with the Fright Zone, with a little passage going all the way to the back, which we'll get into that whole area in a minute. But the work that he put, the detail into them rocks, god damn, that shit looks good. The blending in right there with the back of the Slime Pit, that whole path is perfect. Oh, I love it. Figures can fit all the way around, walk down that whole path, going down them steps, and they're right there at the Fright Zone. But then he's got a path going underneath right there. And this is where the blending starts. Right there, the mix of the colors, the brickwork. He tried to keep everything looking 100% vintage, and I think he got that shit on the money. And then right there, a special passageway. Right there with Hordak's face on the front. You see that shit right there? Comes right off, comes right back on. All you gotta do is pull it out right there. And then he's got magnets on the top part. So it just sits just like that. You wanna put it up there? Keep it safe and out the way. You see that shit? The magnets make it stick. That was a perfect idea. And then moving on from there, the path continues working its way around right to the Slime Pit. And that thing fits in there like a glove. It looks so good. I'm loving the brickwork going all the way around. The Slime Pit right there blends right in perfectly. And then right on the top of that path, it's got a slime container. So the Evil Horde members can just dump that shit right on in there. And that's it for the front, folks. Bombstar Outcast Customs, you outdid yourself this time. And he knocked this shit out in like a month. I was shocked. But let's take a look at the back. And right there, we got some more crazy shit going on back here. Right there, working our way back from the Slime Pit. You can see how it all continues from all the brickwork to the coloring right there. See on the back of that path how the red mixes in. You can see the back of the passageway where the rock fits in. And then right there, everything starts to blend in. Looking so good. I love the different shades right there. There's that slime container, so they can dump that shit right up in the head. You can kind of see the magnets right there blended in the wall on how you can stick the wall right there to the top. And there's the back of the path that goes on to the Fright Zone, which I am very impressed how he created all that stuff right there. But then right there down below, we got the slime pit with the back of the slime monster coming out. Look at that shit. Oh my God. That shit is so hot. And then to top it off, he got little slime pit monsters with their tentacles coming out the ooze and shit like that. The creativity levels through the roof.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And it continues with this slime pit canister where all the slime is held. Y'all see that shit? Let me shake it around. See all that little slime in there? You seen it moving. That shit is hot. He took a soda bottle, it looks like, and a couple of random pieces that he had, conjured that shit together, and made that shit work. Oh, I love the way it looks. That is perfect. So perfect. He had little bones in there. Other than that, that's it for the back. I love it. I absolutely love it. The coloring in the slime pit itself, it really gives off that vintage feel. The same thing with the whole snake body going on right there. Beautiful. But there's one more thing that I am so glad that he did. He did not keep the slime pit and Fright Zone connected, so I could do this. Y'all see this shit right here? Now I got an open play set where I could display even more stuff on here if I wanted to. You know what I mean? He gave options, good for replayability. Let me see if I can get a little shot right here on the other side of that slime pit. As you can see right there on the front, it's got the little pipe where the slime comes out. Then right there on the side, it's got the exhaust, you know what I mean? It's probably lets off evil, nasty fumes and shit. Your ass definitely earned a gold reward for this one. This is an incredible playset. I wish Mattel would make something like this. We all know goddamn well they ain't into that type of shit. But let me show you something from the other side. Right there. He left everything open to where I can clearly see where the Fright Zone goes, but it's still nice and blended in. So I don't need the Fright Zone there if I don't want it. There's a nice shot right there, the other side of the slime pit. Everything is looking so vintage. The coloring, the pieces, is perfect. I love this shit, Bob Star Outcast. Thank you for making me this. But now it's time to show y'all something else. Look at the snake monster right there. So when he was in the process of making this snake monster, I had asked him if he could have made a back part of the body. And he made my wish come true. You see that shit right there? That body matches so well with the front of that face going into the slime pit. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, it can't stand on its own. That's why I got the chin leaning on the rock. But I just want y'all to see how big that body is and how it looks coming out. But let me show you from this side right here. You can see how it connects right into that 3D printed part. This shit was made out of styrofoam. Perfect. Goes right in. He made that shit happen in one day. He was like, you know what? I got you, MHA. And look at that shit right there. Connects right in. I just got it leaning in there. It connects in a lot better, but I couldn't apply pressure with this camera in my hand. Back to the front, I just want you to see how it looks without the Fright Zone sitting right there on the slime pit. And as you can clearly see, I got more than enough room to have a big-ass massive battle between the evil Horde and whatever fraction they got beef with at the time. I'm gonna have to set some figures up just so y'all can see how that shit'll look on both different type of ways, with and without the Fright Zone and slime pit. But all in all, the measurements on this shit is 4 feet long by a little over 1.5 feet wide, which is pretty goddamn big. My favorite thing about this, besides the snake monster, like I said in the beginning, is how everything blends together. The front to the back, because I always was curious, you know what I'm saying, how does all this shit fit together? You got a slime pit, you got a Fright Zone, but now it all makes sense. But now let's take a look at this. The evil Horde playset all set up. Let me break it down to you. We got Mantana and a Horde trooper watching up top, while a couple more Horde troopers and Leech get ready to feed a palace guard to the Fright Zone monster. His jaws are wide open. He's gonna eat him alive. That's how they keep him fed. That's how they keep him happy. We got another palace guard right there as a prisoner. And then right up top, we got Hordak glad to see another palace guard die. That's what he likes. And then right there, we got Horde Trooper Prime just keeping an eye out. keeping the base safe. Same thing with Mosquito up top with the Glock out. Right underneath, we got another Horde trooper taking the path, while we got Grizzlord just waving hi to his ass because they all nice and happy. Because right on the other side of them walls, they are torturing a whole bunch more palace guards, whole bunch of crazy shit. But as far as the front of this goes, that's what they got going on. Loving the way this looks. Everybody's doing what they gotta do. But now let's look at the back. Right there within the slime pit, we got another prisoner palace guard about to get all slimed up Nickelodeon style, while Horde Trooper and Grizzlord talk shit to his ass, while Mosquito is up top waiting to just tip that skull over and slime his ass all up. Now I was gonna put some slime in there, but I didn't feel like having to clean all that shit up. But we can just pretend, you know what I mean? He's ready to just pour that shit down. But then we got a palace guard getting his ass stomped out with a Horde. That Horde Trooper's ready to just kick him in his head, while the other one just stomps him right there in the gut. Right behind that, we got a palace guard drowning in the ooze pit, while another one's just hanging for dear life as a Horde Trooper stomps on his fingers, ready to watch him die. Right there, Horde Trooper Prime had to catch some of that action. And then right there, activating the slime pit pump, we got another Horde Trooper. And then on the other side of that, another Horde Trooper making sure that palace guard don't get the hell out of there. And then right there behind him, we got Calyx putting in that work, giving him them body shots, the shot to the head, just making his ass suffer. And then last but not least, we got a couple frogmongers just eating some shit, doing what they do, getting the trash out of there. They're like the trash men of the Motu world, you know what I mean? But that's it for the back right there. A lot of action going on, a lot of stuff to work with. Then I love it. I got 4 feet right here of space, and I made sure I use every single bit of it. Bomb Star Outcast Customs, this shit is all right in my book. I love it. But there's some other things that I could do with this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to display this shit the other way, without the slime pit there, without the fright zone there. So I'm gonna add some good guys in here and come up with another scenario on what can play out. And right here, folks, we got another battle scene going on. Starting off, we got Hordak right on top of a Manosaur while they fight a palace guard with Mosquito with his Glock out, ready to put a cap in him. And then we got Leech picking up Strider, ready to just toss his ass in the slime pit. And then Fisto knocking the shit out of a Horde Trooper. And then right behind them, we got another Horde Trooper squaring off against Buzz-Off, ready to get that shit in. And then we got Wondar's crazy ass right on top of the slime pit monster, ready to put that work in. Same thing with Coldar just taking a couple slices at him. Right behind him, we got He-Man trying to rip the head clean off the body of that slime pit monster, while Zodak and Clam Champ bust a cap in his ass, trying to take him out. And all those different Horde Trooper bodies just scattered about as they fuck their ass up. That's how I would set this shit up, folks. Just like that. I love this shit, folks. This is what it's about. Enjoying your toys, how you got them, and I'm definitely enjoying this shit right here. I wouldn't want it any other way. Bomb Star Outcast, you have done it again. You hooked that shit up for the Anti-Eternia Castle Grayskull, and you have hooked this shit up for the Evil Horde playset. If your ass is interested in something like this, you can easily just buy some of these materials and make it, or maybe reach out to him on Instagram or on his YouTube channel. Links will be in the description. But other than that, that's it, folks. Now it's time for a very special giveaway for this SDCC exclusive 2Bad figure, brand new in the box. All you gotta do to enter to win this shit is be a subscriber and leave a comment down below, and that's it. And I'd say in about a week, I'll put all the names in a randomizer, and one of y'all is gonna walk away with this one. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.